Yes, guys. So we are in enterprise structure chapter. So in this, we have seen a couple of concepts, topics, enterprise structure in sales and distribution. We have defined organizational elements for sales and distribution required to create sales and distribution transactions, I can say. Then we have assigned them, assigned org elements to form a business structure, that is our enterprise structure. Then we have also seen options to check consistency check. So in this consistency check, we can see the major errors for your org objects. And also we have seen navigation. So navigation using a transaction code EC01. So you can find the linked objects to company code. If you go to sales org creation screen, from there you can see all the org elements are linked to the particular sales organization. That is how your navigation helps to find out all your relevant org elements. Okay. So then coming to the first topic, overview of enterprise structure in different business functions. So far we have seen enterprise structure related to sales and distribution. So we almost created 10 org elements and we formed a business structure, correct? So among these 10, there are a couple of org elements which are related to other modules, okay? Other business functions. If you take company and company code, they are purely of financial accounting. And if you take plant and shipping point, plant belongs to plant is an integrated org element. Sales can use plant, can use plant, FICO can use plant, logistic execution can use plant, your production planning, plant maintenance, even HR, quality management, any module, any business function can be using plant because plant is mandatory for any business. Okay. So that is a cross-functional component. Then uh, we we can see enterprise structure related. If we take enterprise structure related to purchasing, it will be different. Unlike SD, you will have sales organization, sales group, you know, kind of org elements in SD, right? Similarly, if you take purchasing or materials management, the structure and the combination of org elements will be different. For an example, if you take you will have purchase organization and purchase group, warehouse management. So these are additional components org elements. Okay, so like this, you can have different org structure for each business functions. So it is not a thumb rule that once I use a component in SD, I cannot use it in other function. No. There are cross functional components like plant, company code. Okay. So your transportation planning point, all these are used by cross functional components. So we are relevant for SD. So we spoke about all org elements which are related to SD and which are needed to process sales and distribution documents and basic functions. Okay. Now there is something called common distribution channels and divisions. We'll talk about that now. Okay, common distribution channels and divisions. So what is the use of common distribution channels and divisions? Let's say I'll go back to our customer master or yeah, I'll directly go to common distribution channel and division setting. From there we'll start instead of coming from master data because I have not created any master data so far for our org structure. Okay, it is just a setup. Okay. If not, we have set up proper enterprise structure yesterday. Now I'll try to create a customer master for that. So let's start with the error, then fixing the error so that you can remember it easily instead of explaining the theoretical concept. Let's go in this way. Let's say I wanted to create a customer master under my sales area. So what is my sales area? 1005 0505. That is my first sales area. So in fact, I have two sales areas, but I'll be using first sales area to create a customer number. So and my company code is 1005. Then I need to select an account group. This is not specific to any component. It is at client level. So I can select any account group to create customer master number from this selection. Let's say I'll go to something which is very generic. Let's take, you see this GAG1, sold to party R3. Okay, I'll select this. GAG1 is my account group. Now, I'm just pressing enter now. I have selected account group and XD01. In fact, XD01 is the transaction code we use to create customer master numbers. Okay, to create it, if you go to XD01, this is your initial screen. You will have account group. You don't have to give customer number. System will pick it from database automatically. We have other settings to do. We'll see them later, but for now, just try to create a customer number. So company code, sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So yesterday I said that sales area, right? Combination of sales org, distribution channel, and division is called sales area. You see, sales area. So I have this set up in system already. I have joined this sales organization, distribution channel, and division. All these values like 1005, 0505 to form a proper sales area. I have it in system already. Now I'm just pressing enter now, clicking on and enter. Not sure if it selects now. See, there is an error. Sales area 1005 0505 is not defined for customers. I did something, but it is not working. Yesterday I set up the sales area, right? But why it is not allowing me to create sales customers? Because there is something missing in configuration. I'll tell you what is that missing thing. So to start with business, immediately after setting up your enterprise structure, okay, to start your business transactions or creating customer master numbers, you have to maintain common distribution channels and divisions. Okay, so to maintain, whenever you receive this error, you get this error, sales area is not defined for customers, think that common distribution channels and divisions are not set up. Okay, to set up common distribution channels and divisions, go to SPRO IMG, sales and distribution, master data, because the error is in master data area. Now click on define common distribution channels first, do something here, then go to common divisions. First go to define common distribution channels. Yeah, so you need to understand this entries here. The first row contains sales org, the next row is distribution channel. These two rows are the assignments which are brought from my enterprise structure assignment screen. Okay, so now you have to have your 1005, okay, 05 combination here. It should be, yes, see, this is picked up from your enterprise structure assignment screen. But if you see, these two fields are empty here. So you need to assign same distribution channel number here. That means you are making common distribution channel for your original distribution channel. Your original distribution channel is 0.5 and common distribution channel is also 0.5. So maintain 0.5 in both the fields. Okay. So the purpose of common distribution channels is maintaining common distribution channel is, it is considered in two areas. First, to allow creating customer master numbers in any sales area, you have to have common distribution channel entries in this screen. So transaction code is VOR1. Okay. Then, so there is another function of maintaining common distribution channels. It saves master data maintaining effort. Okay. So we will see that option later. At this point of time, it is too early to talk about that because you don't know what is master data at all now. So once we start, sales processing, then remind me once. I'll explain common distribution channels again. Okay. First basic setting in common distribution channels is maintaining same distribution channel is as common distribution channel in this SPRO, maintain common distribution channels. So this is the original entry and I have these two maintained now, filled now. Just save it. Okay, I saved it. Come back. I'll go to define divisions now. Define common divisions. So similarly, like how we maintain the common distribution channels, we have to maintain common divisions also. So here 0.5, 0.5, 10 and 10. So I have maintained it for both the divisions. That's it. So I am hoping with this fix, my customer creation error will disappear. Now just press enter again. It's gone. Yeah, see, it is allowing me to go to overview screens from initial screens. So now you can create customer master number. Okay. So I'll quickly create a customer number. So if you take any customer master, it will have three sections of data. General data, which is displayed now. You will have company code data, which is specific to company code that is used by finance and accounting department. General data can be used by anybody, any partner. Okay. So general data is nothing but your address, communication, and generic classification of customer. So all this is called general data. Company code data is specific to company code and it is used by financial accounting guys. Then you'll have sales area data, which is our data, which is important for sales and distribution transactions. So first let's create a customer number. Okay, what I can say, I'm creating a customer for Prasad. Okay, then search term is Prasad. So house number, street number, for now it is not required. I'll just go with mandatory fields. Country is mandatory here and I stay in Karnataka. So I select region as 10, that is Karnataka. Okay. After maintaining basic details, you can also maintain communication details. See here, English, the language in which I communicate with business is English. Then I have an email ID. Customer email ID. So if you maintain this mobile number and email IDs, all the communication, like any offer communications, when you create a sales order, you will receive an order copy, right? So that order copy, delivery challans, billing documents, all are received to this email ID. And for this, communication will be sent to this telephone number. So you can maintain email ID and communication, uh, mobile number also for communications. Then control data, we don't use control data for now. And this payment transactions, it contains some bank information. If you have credit cards, you can add here. If I'm using credit cards for purchasing with business, then I can add my bank account details or card numbers here. So cards can be added here. These are bank information. These fields are for bank information. Then marketing. So you have marketing section here. So you can maintain several other options. We will see them tomorrow. Maybe we'll finish it today itself. Okay. Then you have unloading points. So this unloading points means, okay, let's quickly create a customer number with basic information. Then we will explain. We will see the explanation for each field. Okay. So this unloading points section gives you the unloading points information for this customer. Let's say this customer may have uh, more than one unloading points. Let's say customer belong to KR Puram and he may have other business units in Bangalore, in other places, like one in BTM and one in Hebal. So I can add all those possible unloading points for this customer here. And then export data, if this is a foreign customer, let's say I am in India and this enterprise is registered in US, then I'll be an export customer to them, right? They'll be exporting goods to me. So here they can maintain export related information based on the customer number. Okay. Then contact person. So contact person is nothing but every time for the transaction follow-ups or the delivery, schedule confirmation or for the purpose of deliveries, this customer may not be available. Maybe he'll be busy with other activities, other functions. So let's say I am very busy in handling other things. So what I'll say, I'll give a contact name here and telephone number so that whenever orders are created, this guy can be contacted for further information and follow-ups. So that is how you can maintain contact persons here. So this is about your general data. Then we'll go to company code data. So in this company code data, so main thing is you have to maintain reconciliation account. So this reconciliation account helps in accounting determination. So you will come to know about this later. For now, you maintain 1,40,000 as reconciliation account. 1,40,000 that is provided by standard. But do not use this in real time in your real time projects. Do not say that recon account is 1,40,000. This is for your practice purpose. Okay. Then these other fields are not relevant for us. I'll go to next step, payment transactions. So payment terms. Payment terms means, so in an organized business, you will be giving goods on credit. Let's say you create a sales order for Tata, then he'll be giving me payment terms, time to pay. Let's say he'll give me 45 days of time to settle the billing amount of this one sales order. Let's say I purchase something from Tata, they give me 45 days time because I'm a regular customer to them. So this payment terms will be immediate for retail industry, payable immediately due net. Because in retail industry, your customer business relation is not regular. Okay. If I want to buy some clothes, I go to any other shop. Let's say I go to Bangalore Central today. And maybe I might not be visiting this Bangalore Central, even in 1 year in future. That means I'm irregular. I'm not a regular customer to them. So for me, any retail business, they don't give credit sale. There is no credit. It is all cash and carry, right? So for that, if your business is retail, then you have to maintain payment terms as 0001. Okay. So we'll talk about this retail business later. Now for now, let's say think that Tata is giving me 45 days credit. I mean payment terms. I'll select this option 0003 that says you have to pay it in 45 days. But if you pay early, let's say if you pay within 14 days, okay, you will get 2% cash discount. If you pay within 30 days, you will get 1.4%, 5% cash discount. Within 45 days, you have to pay entire amount. So these terms are motivating customer to pay early. They are giving straight away 2% cashback or 1.5% cashback based on different time frames. Okay, this is how your payment terms work. Okay, then payment history record. So payment history record means this is used in credit management purpose. I mean credit management function. So system will keep track of payments done by this customer if you check this box. Anyhow, you will have it in GL accounts, but still, if you want to store it separately, you have to check this box, payment history record. Then you have something called